Hey y'all, so the film that I wanted to talk to you about today is The Kingsman, which is a prequel backstory film in the Kingsman franchise. They did a little clever wordplay with The Kingsman for the... It's all about Europe going to war. But kind of straying from my typical content, I normally only post reviews when I really love a film or project. And I typically stray away from reviewing or amplifying content that I just don't really vibe with, or like if I didn't enjoy a book or if I didn't enjoy a film, I typically don't make a video about it. But what this film propagates is such a pernicious and commonplace thing in media that I just want to talk to you about it. So one of my all-time favorite TikTokers is the TikToker I Understood. And one of the ideas that she has taught me and so many millions of people is this idea of questioning whose imagination are we living in. In her videos, she'll often say, whose imagination are we living in? Are we living in the colonizer's imagination? Are we living in the imagination of white tech bros who have billions of dollars? Are we living in the imagination of heteronormativity? Sorry, I can't say that word. Heteronormativity. Are we living in the imagination of cis heteropatriarchy? I would agree, yes, we are living in the imagination of all these things, as there's a disproportionate amount of power with the people who fit, most to benefit in these categories. And these are the people who often get the opportunities to write the movies, to greenlight things, to own the studios, to have the money to actually afford the projects. And The Kingsman is no different. The story is written and directed and created by a straight white man. Now, I should note that I've loved a lot of this person's movies. I mean, X-Men, Kick-Ass, the other Kingsman movies. This person is clearly very talented. We sometimes have extremely large blind spots, and things that we might find funny or might pander towards can actually be super offensive. And of course, with this movie, I'm talking about Rasputin's depiction, who, as we know, is a historical figure. And if we were to give the benefit of the doubt, we could say that maybe the director was trying to make a political statement by making this character choice. But Rasputin's character is the only queer character in the film. The character is incredibly predatory. He's often depicted in a very animalistic, disheveled, rabid way. His queerness in the film is often a punchline, and altogether, this is the type of queer representation that actually takes us back and does not take us forward. Because if this is the only reference point that someone has for what a queer person is, looks like, sounds like, acts like, it lends credence to all of the things that we're seeing happen in America all over the place. I'm only saying this because I think being held accountable for these things is really important. And all of these actors did a tremendous job. There's a lot of smart writing in this film, a lot of incredible action sequences. It's clearly a group of talented people. But when things are blatantly homophobic and we don't say anything, I believe that we are then endorsing that behavior. And it's our duty to stand up and say, that's wrong.